Hiya, welcome back to another One Piece chapter review. This will be One Piece chapter 1096, Kumachi. So this will be after that 1 week break where last episode we were starting the God Valley flashback, so hopefully this will be the continuation of that flashback. And if it is, it's going to be quite the eventful chapter. I hear that there's been a lot of rumbling this week, that it's been a pretty exciting chapter, so I'm eager to hop right in and start reading. So let's see what we've got here. You've got a cover request. Zoro upset over losing a game of musical chairs to a pack of chihuahuas in a forest. It's a nice, interesting little cover page. A pack of chihuahuas and Zoro being upset. Looks like he's lost one of his swords here. Quite nice. Okay, note from Oda. Thanks to the YouTuber Bashauma, I've learned how to grill chicken skin until it looks like a scab. Tastes incredible. Well, that's interesting. So let's see what we've got. Okay, yep, we're picking up where we left off. There are 150 rare rabbits to hunt down. That's not to mention 13 super rare ones. Each one of those is worth 10,000 points apiece. Remember, single hit kills will also earn you a skill bonus. We've prepared extravagant prizes for the winners of this prestigious event. The carnage of a sadistic game. So we've got the celestial dragons stating the rules for their hunt. We've got the citizens and slaves all running and crying. As Garling, you pests can just sit back and watch. Okay, looks like we're gonna get some more of the God Knights. We've got another one, or maybe, yeah, I think these might be other God Knights. The Myanmar family is going to win. Looks like a woman wearing a big sort of beret style cap. Or maybe that's a guy. Their eyes are covered, so it's hard to tell. Got someone wearing a mask, looks kind of like a gas mask a little bit, with number 46 on the top. Don't count on an easy victory, Garling. Got someone else. I think these have to be other God Knights because they don't look like regular celestial dragons. Someone please wake me from this nightmare. How is this allowed to happen? How can they toy with the lives of their fellow man? Bang! We've got some celestial dragons shooting at people. Ha ha ha, and laughing. Please desist and respect the rules. We haven't started yet. Yeah, even our children. Consider the other zoo nobles. Oh, consider the other 200 nobles participating. There's only 1 hour before the hunt begins. Now run, little rabbits. Give us a good chase. Maybe headquarters. You want me to go way out to the boonies to fight? What's the point? I can't say, Garp, but we need you there. Our reports haven't been verified, but if the danger is real, it'll be a disaster. Is this about the Celestial Dragon's little field? This is about the little Celestial This is about the Celestial Dragon's little field trip, isn't it? Why should I care if they're all in trouble? I always said it'd come back to bite you if you messed with the Hachinosu. Okay, wait. So let me backtrack just a little bit. It's Navy HQ. I think that's Kong. Calling Garp. Garp responding. Reports haven't been verified, but if the danger is real, it'll be a disaster. This is about the Celestial Dragon's little field trip, isn't it? Why should I care if they're in trouble? I always said it'd come back to bite you if you messed with the Hachinosu. It's their own fault for poking the hive. And we see Garp, he's relaxing on an island. Looks like he's on vacation or something. What did they expect? You don't just swipe their crown. You don't. Wait. What did they expect? You don't just swipe the crown jewel of Pirate Island. Of course they'd come to get it back. Where in the world did you hear about that? You must have assigned them extra protection to compensate for their stupidity, right? So what's got you so flustered? Well, there's something we didn't account for. It seems Roger's on the move there, too. What? Lead with that next time. I'm on my way. So now Garp is completely startled by the news that Roger is on the move, and he's going to be heading to Hachinosu. So that's interesting. The Celestial Dragon stole something from the pirates of Hachinosu. And apparently the pirates are on the move to take back whatever was stolen by the Celestial Dragons. That opens up the question of course, what did they steal? Secondly, how did they steal it? Did they send Cyberpol? Apparently, the Marines may or may not have knowledge or been involved. We're talking about Hachinosu in the era of rocks, which means it would be Sebek's territory, I'm assuming. And since they didn't send Garp, who was Vice Admiral at the time, I guess, perhaps, but as powerful as an admiral. So they must have sent Cyberpol, or maybe Sengoku and Suru. Either way, it seems the Celestial Dragon stole something. And it must be of importance to Roger as well. What would be important to Sebek, Roger, and the Celestial Dragons? The first thing that comes to mind is a poneglyph, perhaps a road poneglyph, but the Celestial Dragons would be more interested in keeping that information hidden. But that wouldn't be the common Celestial Dragons, that would only be high-level Celestial Dragons like the Gorosei. So if it was a poneglyph, then it was stolen by the Gorosei for the sake of protecting information about the ancient kingdom and the One Piece. If it wasn't poneglyph that was stolen. What else could it have been that has value to Zebek, Roger, and Celestial Dragons? If it was the regular common Celestial Dragons behind it, it probably stole something very superficial for petty reasons, which makes me think it wouldn't be of that much importance to Roger and or Zebek. So this opens up an interesting sort of question about what was taken. Hopefully that will be answered in the pages to come. So let's get back to reading. Hachinosu, Pirate Island, New World. They beat us to it. The Rocks pirates have already set sail. We've got to get going too. Hurry up. This is going to shake the pirate world to its core. God Valley, West Blue. I have never witnessed so many ships gathering around a single island. Pant, pant. As you can see, we are trapped in this hellish reality. Nobody will be able to escape. And one day it will be forgotten and lost to history. They chose this place for their little murder festival just to claim the natural resources here. 10,000 civilians have been branded rabbits for the hunt. Not a single one will be alive in 3 weeks' time. Can you believe that? How is this world fair? So you've got Ivankov on top of the rock, and he is talking to other slaves. Interesting, the slaves all have targets painted on their back, on the back of their clothing. And we've got scenes of celestial dragons shooting down citizens and cutting down citizens and slaves. But they said we'd be freed if we survived the full 3 weeks till the end of the festival. Like hell you will. In all their previous hunts, there were exactly 0 survivors. What? But why would they lie about that and give us false hope? There is no thrill in them for killing people who have already given up. They want you to hope and run, so they have a good chase. You will never win if you play their rigged game. Focus on escaping it altogether. St. Garling scores a quick 10,000 points. Help me. You've got Garling cutting down a whole bunch of people. The strategy is to target the high value rabbits. Got a transponder snail watching. Alright, it came off. But a strong jaw. No surprise for a fishman. This particular fishman looks familiar. He looks like... No, he can't be. He looks like the fisherman who was the former slave of Miosgard, the one that was going to kill him when he arrived on Fishman Island during the Otohime flashback. So, let's see. Miosgard. Were Miosgard slaves freed by Fisher Tiger? he looks like that fishman, but he might not be that fishman. But if he is that particular fishman, I have to think about how he ended up being freed, because I don't think he mentioned specifically how he ended up escaping from Mjolsgard. The natural assumption reading through that arc was that he was freed by Fisher Tiger, but he wasn't a member of the Sun Pirates, so that is interesting. Because I think the vast majority of slaves that were freed by Fisher Tiger ended up being in the Sun Pirates. The fishermen slaves ended up being in the Sun Pirates. Hmm. And I think when during the flashback, Mjolsgard just sort of recognized that, hey, you are a former slave of mine. I remember you escaped, I think he said. So maybe this is that fishman and he escaped. So, back to reading. The tournament prizes are the key to our escape. The prizes? So we've got uh, Ivankov's little sister, and she is listening to. She's listening and communicating through a network of the transponder snails. One of them is the strongest class of devil fruits. If you eat it, it'll allow you to transform into an Azure dragon. Oh ho 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 ho. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay. The tournament prizes are the key to our escape. The prizes. So one of them is Kaido's devil fruit. This means that the prizes. Okay. This is making sense. The prizes that the Celestial Dragons are handing out are among the rarest and most powerful devil fruit. So we have Kaido's fruit. That means this is suggesting that what the Celestial Dragon stole from Hachinosu and was the treasure of that island is a devil fruit? A devil fruit that Roger was interested in, if Roger was on the move for that. Which it seems like that was the case. We haven't actually seen Roger yet in this chapter, but we know that he's on the move. So is this going to be that the gum? See, but that doesn't make sense. Because the only celestial dragons that would know about the gum gum fruit and consider it to be a high value treasure like that would be the Gorosei. I don't think the common celestial dragons know about the gum gum fruit. So let's see. And the rest of the world wouldn't know about it either, so the gum gum fruit would be considered just a regular old paramecia, not very valuable at all. So we have Kaidos fruit. Perhaps this is going to be a collection of known mythical zone type fruits, so maybe we'll see fruits like, this is Kaidos fruit. Marco's fruit, wood. This is before Whitebeard formed the Whitebeard Pirates, so he would be part of Rocks. Marco would be still young, a kid at this time. So Marco's fruit might be a prize here. Then there is Blackbeard's yummy, not yummy fruit. Huh. But that is considered a regular fruit. And it would it be the crown jewel of Pirate Island, though? And why would a devil fruit that hasn't been eaten be the crown jewel of Pirate Island? Unless it was a devil fruit that they had just gotten possession of and were planning to decide on who eats it. And this is all assuming that Xebec had the darkness fruit previously or wanted it. Okay. Okay, I should get back to reading. Tournament prizes out of Key to our Escape. The prizes, one of them is in the strongest class of devil fruits. If you eat it, it'll allow you to transform into an Azure dragon. It also got the Pawpaw fruit, which can be used to blast yourself and others to distant islands. Okay, so we have... So it's just... looks like it's just an assortment of devil fruits. Or an assortment of devil fruits that they feel are particularly strong or useful. So you have Kaido's fruit, Kuma's fruit. That's 2 prizes. So that means during the God Valley incident, Rocks. That means Rocks attacked during the God Valley incident. They took possession of the fruit and gave it to Kaido. And Kuma somehow, probably in the hubbub and ruckus, ended up eating the pawpaw fruit. Okay. If any of us can eat one of those fruits, we will escape this hell and the Navy siege. There are only a dozen of us, but we can do this. But it's impossible. The prizes are kept at the very center of the island. We have Ivankov's sister. I'm a pro thief and wiretapper. 2 weeks back, I leaked all this info to the outside world. I'm sure my message got someone's attention. A plan like this needs plenty of decoys running around after all. Okay, so we have some more information about Ivankov's sister here. Pro thief and wiretapper. And she's wearing glasses now. Pro thief and wiretapper. 2 weeks back, I leaked all this info to the outside world. Sure, my message got someone's attention. So, it's looking like Ivankov and the slaves here are the actual catalysts of the God Valley incident. It would have been a normal Celestial Dragon event on an island, their human hunt that they hold every couple of 100 years, I believe they said. 300 years, I think it was, or something like that. But the plan here was leaking that information out. Pirates, of course, would be interested in coming to the island to steal the devil fruits because they are incredible treasures. If a revolutionary army existed at this time, which it is hard to say because all the key players of the revolutionary army seem to be around here and around that age, similar age. So Dragon should be around this age. So where is he? Is Dragon the founder of the Revolutionary Army? I know he's the leader, but I think he might be the founder too. Okay. So no Revolutionary Army. I'm going to assume no Revolutionary Army existed at this time, so it will mainly be pirates that would be interested in coming to the island. And the threat of pirates coming to the island is what prompts the Marines into action to bring extra protection so the nobles don't end up being attacked. So that's going to be the decoys. It's going to cause a whole bunch of ruckus. And it's going to allow a chance for them to escape they're betting on. So we have the slaves looking very shocked with the plan and not entirely sure. Kuma raises his hand. I can help with that. Kuma, my size and bulkiness will help me survive longer than most. I'd hate to see anyone here die when we attempt this. Hee-haw! Well said, Kuma. I will not allow any of you to be killed. We're escaping God Valley together. Boom, we have a ship being attacked. What was that? Off the East Coast. It's the Rocks Pirates. Why are they here? There's no time to worry about that. We're being swarmed by notorious pirates. So, uh-oh. Interesting, the Rocks Jolly Roger. Kinda has a swirl. The skull has a swirl and it looks like a messy tuft of hair on the skull. It kind of looks like Luffy's Gear 5. But this could just be what Sebek's hair looks like. But that is something to note. Seeing the rocks Jolly Roger. Why is this the first time I'm hearing of this? What are they after? Fire. Give up, you lazy Marines. Follow my lead, crew. Rah! Don't rush ahead, rocks. Since when did I say I'd let an idiot like you give me orders? This is Blackbeard speaking. Newgate, not you too. Here's Big Mom, finders keepers. That sounds... Finders keepers. That sound good to the rest of ya? It'll be all mine. You got Kaido in the back. It would be pointless in your hands, Lin Lin. There's Captain John drinking. There's Shiki. And this is Shiki's first appearance in the canon manga. There's Shiki right there. Okay, that's Stussy. Stussy on Whitebeard's shoulder. And Gloriosa, the former pirate empress of Amazon Lily. So Gloriosa was part of the Rocks Pirates. That's a twist. Everyone sort of speculated, and it was pretty much accepted that Shaki was part of the Rocks Pirates, but we are not seeing Shaki here. In this shot, at least, we have Whitebeard, Stussy riding on Whitebeard's shoulder, Big Mom, she's ready to fight with Prometheus there. Kaido with his club. Shiki wielding two swords, and we've got Gloriosa. Got Captain John back here drinking. And a few other... I'm guessing these are just background pirates that may or may not really matter, since they're just kind of drawn in the background. Here's Whitebeard. That moron Rocks is bound to lose sight of our main goal. We've got to confirm it's here first. And Shiki, who died and put you in charge? I'm gonna blow you all out of my way. Big Mom, I'll snatch it out from under all your pathetic noses. You all have your heads in the clouds. I'll be gone before you know it. Now, who is this? Oh, that's Kaido. Kaido, looks like Roger is on his way here as well. He's the one person One thing at a time, rookie, says Big Mom. Looks like Roger's on his way as well. He's the one person what does Kaido mean by this? One person I respect, the one person I can't beat. I don't think he's clashed with Roger before at this point. But it's nice to see the interaction of the Rocks crew. From the looks of things, it kind of seems like Whitebeard was actually first mate. That Whitebeard was first mate of the rocks. Even though they're not really working together as indicated in talking about the rocks, so that they don't really work together, but it kind of makes sense. Kaido, of course, is the rookie. Here's Stussy. This is going to be the decisive battle. Captain John, that's right, don't forget. Gloriosa, today's the day we settle this. Then we have two others. Who is this? It's someone that looks like they're wearing a helmet, sort of like from Dressrosa, like Kiros. A gladiator style helmet. Who is this? Face sort of looks familiar, but I can't place who this could be. Then we have someone else that's almost completely shaded with shadow. They're smiling. Looks like they're wearing some black shades. Maybe they have a hat on. I'm not entirely sure. Their face is completely obfuscated, almost totally obfuscated by shadow. But who is that? So we've got two faces that have been shown, or sort of shown, which indicates that these are a little bit more important. Okay. The Rock's crew has made landfall. What are you marine dogs playing at? What would you do if something were to happen to us? Come in. There are more fearsome pirates flooding in from all directions. How did this leak? This event was supposed to be top secret. We're still not certain what the pirates are after. Please be advised, the West Coast is a danger zone. The Roger pirates have docked there. Huh? Finally, do you have any idea how I felt this past year? Roger, no using the captain card to call dibs this time, okay? That's Scopper speaking. So we have Roger, straw hat on his back, captain's coat, wielding a sword, leaping into action. Rayleigh's right behind or beside him. This looks rough. And on the other side, there's Scopper. Roger, no using the captain card to call dibs this time, okay? Now we have Garling. Pull those Marines back and see to it that the Celestial Dragons are protected. What a disgrace. Why even bother surrounding the island with ships? God's Knight, stand ready. Right. Wait a minute. Okay. So the Gods and Knights are taking action here. We've got a lady beside Garling and someone that looks someone in the background, kind of lanky, and it looks like they're wearing a cow skull. Okay. Reinforcements have arrived. It's Vice Admiral Garp. Woo, we're saved. Just tell me where I can find Roger. There's Garp. There's Bogard. So that shows that Bogard has been with Garp since Garp was in his prime. Interesting. I don't recognize any of the other Marines there. It's absolute mayhem out there. We couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. Is this it? Yes. I don't know which one is which, so just eat up. So there's Kuma and Ivankov. They've apparently broken into where the devil fruits have been stashed. Phew, close one. Big Mom comes crashing in, grabs Ivankov and has slammed him into the ground and pulled the fruit from his hand. Eva-chan! Hand over that one, too. Kuma, don't think, just eat it. You have to eat it. Munch, munch. To save them. If we manage to get a single person off this island alive, we can call this a victory over them. Okay, so Kuma has eaten the pawpaw fruit. Kuma. And Kuma gets shot right after he eats it. Well, not shot. This is St. J. Garcia, and he's using that ability of his again. That sort of glare that is like a gunshot, apparently. St. J. Garcia, you're the Buccaneer brat. You can either live as a slave or die. Nothing else can be tolerated for someone of your ilk. That is what the tides of time have decided. Are you somebody important? Yes, Kuma. I don't understand how someone can be born to be more or less important. Then Garcia, if you're born to be a slave, what's the point of being born at all? If I have some kind of power now, I'm going to use it to save as many people as I possibly can, just like Nika. That is precisely why your people needed to be erased. Hold it, Rocks. You're in my way, Roger. Then the narrator, this fateful incident would soon be obscured by the shadows of history. The Kingdom of Sorbet, South Blue. So they only ended up reporting Garp's heroism, huh? This Morgans is nothing but a hack. He prints what the world's top brass wants. In the end, we still have no idea what the heck really happened on that island. Huh? That's interesting. This is Ivankov speaking. They're in the Sorbet Kingdom. He says they still have no idea what the heck really happened on that island. Is he saying that they have some sort of memory block? Or something happened that they don't know what something happened and they don't know what happened? And the events did seem to go rather quickly. Oops. We have Garp in the Marines, Roger, Rox, Ivankov and Kuma broke into where the devil fruits were being stored. Big Mom crashed right in there, took a fruit. I think that's Kaido's fruit. So Ivankov was holding Kaido's fruit, and Kuma was holding the pawpaw fruit. When Big Mom crashed in, she got Kaido's fruit, and Kuma ate the pawpaw fruit. Then Garcia shows up, attacks Kuma, talks to him. Then we get a zoomed out shot of the island with the voices of Rox and Zebek, or Rox and Roger. And okay, you got black lightning coming off the island, so perhaps this was a clash between Rox and Roger that happened on the island. And the narrator talking about the event being obscured by the shadows of history. Then we go to the Sorbet Kingdom, and this must be after it happened. It's definitely after it happened. So let's get back to reading. Just how long are you planning to pray like this, Kuma? I keep thinking I could have saved more people back there. Stop talking nonsense. You saved over 500 souls during that mess. That's right. You are amazing, Kumachi. Okay, so that's where the title comes from, Kumachi. Ivankov's little sister calls Kuma Kumachi. And they're in a church. And Kuma is praying. So this is the start of Kuma. And explains why he carries a Bible. Stop talking nonsense. You saved over 500 souls during that mess. That's right, you're amazing, Kumachi. Everyone cried tears of gratitude thanks to you. Even I welled up. Those hands of yours can bless people with freedom. They're hands of liberation. Kuma looking at his hands and the paws. Hands of liberation. To think you would choose to live in a church. But I guess it does fit your personality. Well then, I'm off to sea. I'm going to bask in my freedom. Okay, so Sorbet Kingdom. Kuma is living in a church in Sorbet Kingdom. And Ivankov goes out to sea. So Kuma basically grew up here in this church. Is he alone in this church, or are there other people? It's a question. So Ivankov is going out to sea. Kuma, I'll never forget your face for as long as I live. Nah, no one ever does. Sorry, I'm not coming, big bro. I want to stay with Kuma while I think about what I'm going to do with my life. So, yep. Ivankov's little sister stays with Kuma in the Sorbet Kingdom. This is all but confirming that she's Bonnie's mother. And it also means that Kuma is indeed biologically Bonnie's father, most likely. And I'm assuming Ivankov meets Dragon when he goes out to sea, and perhaps together with Dragon, Ivankov and Dragon found the Revolutionary Army, and perhaps they come back to Sorbet Kingdom to recruit Kuma, or maybe whatever events happen on Sorbet Kingdom happen, and perhaps, I think Jenny is her name, Ivankov's sister, dies, and then Kuma joins the Revolutionary Army. Not entirely sure what the order of events would be, but that is something that we can sort of speculate and put together if we don't get more information. It seems like the flashback is coming to an end here. It's rather quick, but then again, I guess there's still a little bit of information they don't want to reveal about God Valley. They haven't shown rocks at all yet. Still, they haven't even done the silhouette thing. Let me scroll up and make sure. Yeah, there's no silhouette of rocks. All we've got is his voice in this chapter. We don't see rocks at all. It seems St. J. Garcia was the only Gordosei on the island, on God Valley here. It makes me wonder why. Him in particular. Okay, let's get back to reading because we're probably close to the end of the chapter at this point. Sorry, big bro, I'm not coming, big bro. I want to stay with Kuma while I think about what I'm going to do with my life. Take care, my friends. We've got Ivankov sailing away, and Kuma and Jenny waving to him. Jenny, now then, since I'm 4 years your elder, you can leave it to Big Sis to work out how we're gonna feed ya. What? Okay, so Jenny is 4 years older than Kuma. And since she is Ivankov's younger sister, that means Ivankov is older than Kuma. Split that log, Kuma-chi. We've got Kuma chopping wood. Now we gotta sell it. No more dumpster diving or stealing for us. Let's work hard and buy our own food from now on. What? There's no way you're only 9. You lying freak. We've got kids throwing rocks at Kuma. We've got age confirmation here. Kuma's 9. And that means that Jenny is 13. And Ivankov is probably 14 plus. Okay. So Kuma's only 9 at this time. Kids throwing rocks at Kuma, and then Ginny beats them up. Pick on someone your own size. Ginny. Why? Sorry about that. Ginny's a really nice. Ginny's a nice girl, really. And then Kuma's using his powers to repel the pain out of the boys that Ginny beat up. Huh? I feel better. The pain's been blown away. Did you use some kind of magic? Willy-nilly, silly old Kumachi. Kumachi. Ginny's song seems to be a reference to the Winnie the Pooh theme. Much, much. Crunch, chew. And they're eating. I'm still hungry. You sure? So good. You're a real glutton, Ginny. Let's keep up the hard work. Yep, we got that glutton reference. Making it again, so it's definitely all but confirmed that's Bonnie's mother. Kumachi, how old were you when you became a slave? 4. Me too. I don't think you should sound so excited by that. I'm full. My belly's actually full. Kumachi. Oh, come on, don't cry. I'm just so happy. And they're both crying. Tears of joy now that they're free. Their first taste of peace and hope. Chapter end. Okay, so the flashback isn't over, it seems. I'm thinking we're gonna pick up with the events that take place in the Sorbet Kingdom. Hopefully, we're going to get some explanation of how Kuma was the ruler king of the Sorbet Kingdom at some point. I think we're kind of seeing a little bit of the beginnings of how that sort of happened. Because we have these little kids attacking Kuma, or throwing rocks at Kuma, and then Ginny beats them up and Kuma heals them. So that's sort of establishing that Kuma is starting to build a reputation here for being really kind and helping people. Perhaps this sort of builds up and eventually he becomes the king of ends up becoming the king of the kingdom. Because, it doesn't seem like there's any previous royalty. We're not seeing any signs of previous royalty. Hmm. Okay. So, yeah, I think we're going to get perhaps a little bit of a time skip next chapter. As they grew up in the Sorbet Kingdom. So I'm guessing the God Valley portion of Kuma's flashback is entirely over. Hopefully we'll at least get like a little bit of the fallout. We already have the confirmation that Morgan's is running the news at this time. He's already spreading the propaganda for the world government. After all this time, we've got Shiki confirmed in the canon story. We already knew, but we see it 100% that Captain John was in the rocks. We get the surprise reveal that rather than everyone suspecting Shocky was a member, it's actually Gloriosa that was the member of the Rocks Pirates. That brings up another question. Didn't they say that Gloriosa was in love, which is why she had to leave the Amazon Lily? Because she had the love sickness like Boa did? If that's the case, is she on the crew because she fell in love with rocks? Where's her head rocks? Interesting. Don't actually get the confirmation of what the treasure was. The crown jewel of Pirate Island that Celestial Dragon stole. Whether that was a devil fruit or a poneglyph, Roger being after it strongly hints to it being a poneglyph because Roger was interested in the One Piece. Sebek being after it, possibly. Indicates that maybe it was a poneglyph. Maybe Sebek was after the One Piece as well. We have to confirm that it's here. Finders keepers. Yeah, it's gotta be a poneglyph. Finders keepers. Okay. Just scrolling through the chapter and thinking. I've sort of gone through all of my thoughts and reactions as I was reading through the chapter, so I kind of don't have a whole lot to say at this moment because this is like a huge info and lore dump, and it's a whole bunch of pieces that have to be put together from previous chapters and previous information we have throughout the story. So this is one of those really big lore chapters that's going to connect to multiple points in the story. My biggest questions coming out of this are, who are these two other members of the Rocks Pirates? Are they characters that we know? It's very interesting that there are two mysterious characters here, two characters that are unconfirmed, haven't been named, so I have a feeling they're going to be of some importance. We now have a little bit of a better idea of what happened on God's Valley. Now we're going to finish out Kuma's backstory. Going to find out what happened to Ginny, when Bonnie was born, how Kuma became a king, probably when he joined the Revolutionary Army, probably, perhaps, we'll get when the Revolutionary Army was formed. Because it feels like that's a good place. Unless Dragon is going to have his own flashback, which is possible. Then, if Dragon is going to have his own flashback, then we might not get too much or any of Dragon in Kuma's flashback. But if Dragon is not going to get his own flashback, then the next part of Kuma's flashback would be a good place to introduce Dragon, show Ivankov meeting Dragon, and the formation of the Revolutionary Army. That could be happening parallel to Bonnie, or not Bonnie, Ginny and Kuma growing up in the Sorbet Kingdom, and Kuma eventually becoming the king. The events that lead to him becoming a warlord, meeting Vegapunk. So yeah, this is setting things up nicely for the continuation of Kuma's flashback, which might be 1 or 2 more chapters. Could be more, depending. I feel like the end of Kuma's chapter is going to be followed up by a couple more chapters to finish out the arc, which is, of course, going to include Kuma showing up. I feel like Kuma's going to show up here. I don't... that is a question. Are they doing Kuma's life story here? Kuma's entire life, his life story, because he's going to end up sacrificing himself and die for everyone to get off of the island. Oof, that would be messed up. But that is a possibility. Or could it be leading to an event where Bonnie finds a way to free Kuma and save her father? Is this one of this guy back here a member of the Long tribe? Let me scroll up and see. Maybe Long tribe or maybe not. It's hard to tell. Probably not, because usually the arms are so exaggerated you can tell that a person is Long tribe even at a distance, so most likely not. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this chapter. Thanks so much for reading, watching, and I will see you in the next one. No break next week, so we will be rolling right into the next chapter, even though I have a feeling the holiday break is going to be coming up very soon, so we'll expect we're going to get these 2 to 3 week periods of chapters back to back, and then breaks, since we're heading to the end of the year. But we've got no break this week, so that's good news. I'll see you next time.